Award shows. Exciting television for people with nothing better to do on a Sunday night. Growing up, I remember award shows being such a big deal and making plans to hang out with my friends to watch the ceremonies with them. I always had a good time, but to be honest, I hadn't seen anything that was being nominated or awarded. I was too busy not watching whatever was nominated that I would just pick something I vaguely recognized and say, oh, I think that's gonna win. Anyway, this made for a pretty boring experience, one where I would wait for the live performances and commercials because hearing speeches from people I didn't know from content I hadn't watched was super uninteresting to me. As I got older and started consuming more content, I became engaged in these artists and their products. Therefore, I took more of an interest in these award shows. I then had a better idea of who would win or who I wanted to win. However, the more I grow older and watch more and more shows, plays, movies, and musicals, I find these award shows to be dumb. Now let's get something straight. I don't find them dumb for all the anti-Hollywood talking points. I don't see the award shows as a bragging and back-patting ceremony, and I don't have anything against people who win these awards, and I'm not saying they don't deserve them. And I'm not gonna lie, if I won an award, I would be so hyped doing every Fortnite dance in the book to celebrate. I also don't fall into the category of everybody deserves a trophy. I came to this conclusion on the basis of a respect for artistry, and I believe that we, as consumers of art, place too much value on these awards and those that win them. While the point I'm trying to make applies to all awards ceremonies, I want to focus on the Academy Awards specifically, just to have an easier time describing my point. When a film has the status of Academy Award nominated or Academy Award winning, audiences perceive a prestige and quality is now associated with the film, as the Academy Awards and the Golden Oscar Trophy are widely regarded as the pinnacle of film awards. When you see advertisements or trailers or even descriptions of films, you will often see the number of awards/Academy Award nominations and/or wins the film has. Awards equals good movie. People perceive this to be true, but that may not always be the case. And in some situations, there are great movies out there that don't have this recognition by the Academy. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Reservoir Dogs, Once Upon a Time in America, The Shining, American Psycho, and The Big Lebowski were not even nominated for Oscars. But most would consider them great films in one way or another and may even consider them classic films. Their status makes it easy to discover by audiences, but what about films that don't get this classic film status? And what about the films that don't get Academy Award recognition? Do general audiences still deserve to find these films? And don't artists deserve that respect? I say general audiences because most film people will seek out any and all movies for any reason or another, and I think that general audiences aren't always aware of the multitude of films that come out each year. The sheer amount of movies released versus the amount in awards consideration makes it easy to miss movies someone could really love. The kind of movies that you find years later and wonder, why did no one talk about this? I think the issue just compounds every year now with the boatloads of content released all the time. It becomes more and more difficult to keep up with everything. Another issue I take with the idea that Oscars are films people should watch is that it excludes a ton of films from other countries that might totally be people's jam. The best solution I have is just searching for things you like and watch what you think might be good, even if that means going against reviews. Letterboxd is a great place to find movies you might not even know about, but you'll enjoy. The reviews might be great, they might be bad, and they may not be classics, but hey, it might be your new favorite movie. A movie I found this past year in my plan of watching a ton of Paul Giamatti movies was Thunderpants. It has Paul Giamatti as an FBI agent, Rupert Grint as a kid scientist, and some kid who has earth-shattering farts. Need I say more? Another Paul Giamatti gem I discovered was Safe Men. It has Steve Zahn, Sam Rockwell, Mark Ruffalo, and Peter Dinklage. I think the cast alone should cause intrigue. My point is, look for things that interest you, and don't base your opinion on what a majority of people in a select group say is best. Don't completely disapprove that opinion, but search for things that go against the status quo and you might find a gem. That's how a lot of our most beloved performers have come to be in our lives. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.